Ooh. Okay, the book, Becoming the One Outdoorsman, about all my journal entries from all my trips. This is the first journal I use. This is mainly this book here. This one, and then I have another one that I have a couple on. The way things are worded, a couple misspellings and stuff like that. And I did pretty much edit everything for the most part. I did have the publishers do a little bit of proofreading and stuff like that before publishing, and they would get back with me and tell me about some things that needed corrected or reworded, changed up. But I left it how it is because this is how I wrote it in my journals. And I wish I was able to, I guess, show you the writing in the books or in my journals, because this is how I would start the trips, like some of the Allegheny stuff, like I did in my last episode with Tim. They were pretty much drunk trips. So in the beginning it would be like nice, easy, legible writing. But later on in that trip, it got a little bit more scratchy, and like as the day turned into night, it was more of a drunk kind of scribble, I guess you could say, but it was still legible. But that's just how everything was worded in my journals. So this basically is whatever kind you got. This is just a hard copy of my journal entries. So yes, there is some misspellings. There is some weird way I worded things. I mainly did this for my family and friends if they chose to, obviously buy a copy, which I appreciate everybody getting one. I just wanted my friends and family to have a copy of this to have and to pass down, so they can see all the trips and everything that I've been through and done. They're able to have a copy of it. And I do actually plan on coming out with a picture book style of all the trips that I've done. The past episode I just did with Tim on the one indoorsman, I did post up some pictures on there so you can actually see, kind of get the readers and everybody kind of more involved to see exactly what it was. Take it as you will. They are still for sale. I have four of the paperback copies here still. So if you want a copy, just let me know. I can send it to you. I'll take care of the shipping on it. But it's $10 for your copy, and just be ready for a very awkward, oddly written book with some gaps in between. And people are saying they're breezing through it, and I would hope so, because it's very oddly spaced out. Chapters are kind of different, only because it's going from let's say just a normal trip through the Cuyahoga Valley National Park, and then there's some hunting in here. So the chapters are basically my trips I take, and then the short stories they're just little snippets basically. So these here, this was my out west trip, but they're different days. So carriage ride, the home chapter, and then there's a big blank on the bottom, because that is the end of the west trip. And this one here is when me and Tim got our motorcycles. So this is a description of what I got and the plans I have with it. And then it goes into the trips that we took together on our bikes. Long trips, short trips, what have you. And then the COVID-19 debacle in the national parks and all that. The Gatlinburg one might have you kind of confused, because it's a lot. We took a lot of trips to the Smokies. So it was, I would like to get more involved with those, because I've been going there since I was a kid with my family, and all my relatives out in Cincinnati, they go there all the time still. So I just wanted to let everybody know how the book is actually laid out, and it's not professional by any means, and I don't care. My family knows how I am. I am not much of a reader, let alone a writer. So what's in here is exactly what I wrote in here. So, still give me your feedback. I know there's some issues. Don't care. My book. That's how I did it. Go get it on Amazon, Barnes & Noble. It's on the Kindle. So yeah, Becoming the One Outdoorsman. Check it out. Buy it. Don't buy it. Message me if you want a copy. I'll send you a copy, $10. No freight. Enjoy. Look for the next indoor podcast and the Chasing Wild podcast with Alan. Thank you.